everyone, it's Kirk McLean here, and you're watching Clay's Canucks Commentary.
Hey Canucks fans, and welcome to Clay's Canucks Commentary live, presented to you by Vancity Experts Real Estate. I'm your host, Clay Emo Canuck Clay, and this is my Canucks take, all in one take for Tuesday night, January the 27th, on a night where the Canucks get torched by hometown hero MACKLIN CELEBRINI. Yeah, just 2 nights after the Canucks got torched by local boy Ben Kindle, who's good, but he's not as good as the guy they face tonight. A 4-point night for MACKLIN CELEBRINI. Sharks win 5-2. Canucks score the first goal and the last goal, but San Jose scores everything in between. I'm here to break it down. I'm here to get all of your feedback, and I'm here to hang out with you guys for the next 45 minutes or so. So moderators, do what you need to do to keep this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's the Legends, Hall of Fame franchise members, thank you for your support. And to everyone else, no matter where you're watching from, with my beautiful neighborhood of Steveston and Richmond, in the city, lower mainland, province, country, continent, around the world, thank you for being here. You know that I know that you could be doing anything else, watching anyone else, getting ready for work, school, or bed, or all three. But the fact that you're here with me, know how much I always appreciate you, know how much I never, ever take you for granted. So this is how you can get involved tonight. You can subscribe to the channel, get active in the chat section, get notified of my videos like today when I dropped the Thatcher Demko video as soon as I could. You can like the video, like the fact that we're together, like the fact that we scored early, like the fact that that's about it, actually. So like the fact that we're together building a wonderful Canucks community here on YouTube. You can leave a donation, get the donation train out of the station. You can gift a membership, buy your own membership, upgrade your membership, use your monthly membership message. And if you're listening on a podcast platform, you can rate and review. So let's get to the game first. Then I'll quickly talk about Thatcher Demko. Then I'll talk about Brock Besser. Then I'll make, it's not even an announcement, kind of share what I've been wanting to share with you for a little bit. Then I'll do Mitchell sponsor read. Then I'll get to your questions and comments. And I think it'll be a very, very, very quick and quick moving show. So let's get going. We start off with the Sedge VC, the Clay Edge Goal Visualizer commentary. And we actually get to look at a Canucks goal first. And it is a regular strength goal, even strength goal. You got Verlander making a nice interchange with DeBrusk. DeBrusk goes down to Petey. Then Verlander sneaks up, kind of curls into this. Well, it's even strength. It's 4-on-4. Into this right there. Really nice patient play by Petey. Gives it to Verlander, and Verlander does a wrist shot past Askarov. And 1 minute and 15 seconds in, 75 seconds in, the Canucks are up 1-0. So let's watch that again. It's Verlander to DeBrusk. DeBrusk down to Petey. Petey shows great patience, goes around DeBrusk, hangs out, gives it to Verlander, 1-0. But just 36 seconds later, Celebrini has his first of 4 points. And it's all young guys here. It's all young. So Celebrini takes a shot. Lankinen makes a save. Dickinson goes to get it. Will Smith over to Celebrini. One-timer slap shot past Lankinen. Some very porous defense here. Still 4-on-4. So I'm just trying to see what happens. So, and the Sharks are a lot faster and a lot more creative. But we got like two fast guys out there, and O'Connor and Hedo. So what happens here? Everything. Well, you know what happens here is Hron. We got all 4 Canucks right here. All 4 of them by the circle. And then, yeah, this is bad. Hedel and O'Connor, like, I don't know why Hedel's down here. That should not be his guy. Hedel's got to be up here or here somewhere. But look at that. So much room, and Celebrini is too good to leave open for that long. So then, ex-Canuck Adam Gaudette then scores just 3 minutes later. This is 5-on-5. We got Gaudette. We got Celebrini. So that's, yeah. Man, that's a bad pass by Hronek. So Hronek dumps it up the boards. And Adam Foote even mentioned he was a veteran defenseman making it. So look at all this time he has. Like, why did Hronek just skate? You're a good skater. This Toffoli's not. Is that Toffoli or who's 72? I don't know. Well, whoever he is, probably not going to catch it. Okay, so he closed a little bit, but still, why pass it up here into traffic, you can just even slightly put it down the boards here. But instead, again, Celebrini intercepts. 72 is Eklund. Goes across to Eklund. So a very permissive pass once again. And then instead of Eklund shooting, which he probably could have, he goes back to Gaudette, back into traffic, and he beats Lankinen. So now it's 2-1 for San Jose. Then just a minute 12 later, it's Toffoli. And this is another bad play by the right shot defense. This one's Mancini. Now, at least someone's checking Mancini. But he puts out the boards. Then it gets stopped. And it goes up to Dickinson, who gets it to Wenberg. One thing about all San Jose's goals, they do great passing. They're a really good passing team, I noticed tonight, especially in the offensive zone. And now Toffoli is wide open. What's wrong with this defense, you guys? Toffoli is wide open. 3-0, 3-1. 3 goals on 6 shots. They chased Lankinen from the game after only 6 minutes of ice time. Horrible. So they end the first period 3-1. Only 1 goal in the second period. It's a San Jose goal. And even this one's weird. It's weird because the Canucks were very permissive on this. And I get it. They're shorthanded, but still. Okay, so let's see what happens. Celebrini. Then it goes to Klingberg, and he takes his time getting the puck. Pettersson doesn't pressure him too. Then Klingberg right across to Will Smith. And then he beats Tolopilo. Tolopilo said he would like to have that goal back, but Tolopilo was the least of our problems tonight. So this one's interesting again because it goes to Foley, to Celebrini, and right here, either Petey's got to make a stronger play or actually hang back a bit because by chasing Klingberg makes an excellent pass, and Garland is I don't know, Garland, I know Celebrini is dangerous, but Garland's got to be back here, not up here, because by being up there, what a pass. And it's not even a one-timer. He just kind of waits, and then he snaps it past. 4-1 San Jose. Klingberg, Smith, and Celebrini again. This one is another power play goal. So it's a 5-on-3 actually. So remember the Canucks had a 5-on-3 for almost entire 2 minutes. They didn't get much, but look how efficient the Sharks are. Celebrini to Smith to Klingberg, and then a lot of traffic. 2 Sharks, 2 Canucks. Tolopilo can't see it, and now it's 5-1 to San Jose. Finally, Hronek gets one back late, like 9 minutes, and power play for the Canucks. Petey does a great, Petey and DeBrus play give and go, and then Petey gives a great pass to Hronek as he sinks down, and boom, one-timer past Askarov. So the Canucks bookend the 5 San Jose goals. The Canucks score first, they score last, but San Jose has all 5 goals in between. 15-8 shots for San Jose, then 12-11, then 6-6. So it added up, it's 33-25. We smoked them in the faceoff circle, but that doesn't mean anything. 63-37. They go 2 for 4. We go 1 for 4. So power play. We out hit them 2-1. We have more block shots, but overall, San Jose carries the play. And then we look at the box score. Yeah, look at Will Smith, 3 points. Celebrini, 4 points. So, and then 2 each for Klingberg and Dickinson. Let's go to the Canucks. There's not a lot there. There's 2 assists for Pettersson, 2 assists for DeBrus. So that line was obviously going, even though one of them was a power play goal. O'Connor was a -2. Hito was a -2. And then time on ice, no one had fewer than 12.5 minutes. No, sorry. Hoglander had 11. Ratu has 12:23. Kane has 12:24. That was your fourth line today. And then up top, Pettersson at 18:10. Lekkerimäki had 16 in his first game in a while. Lekkerimäki also had 4 shots leading the team. Garland had 3. Three more block shots for PDP. He's got a lot of block shots this season. And then hits a lot of Canucks guys with 2. And then Evander Kane had 3 hits. He also had that fight as well. On D, Hronek was -2. Pettersson was -2. Somehow Verlander and Myers ended up +1. Goal for the 2 goals were by defensemen. And then time on ice, Philip Hronek led with 23. Low man was Verlander with 16:35. Verlander played on the left side actually today because Victor Mancini played, and he played 17 minutes. Just had he was okay, had that one noticeable giveaway. So 3 shots for Hronek, 3 blocks for Marcus Pettersson, 3 hits for DPD. So different defensemen lead those three stat categories. Lankinen, this does not look good. 3 goals and 6 shots. But yeah, no, he wasn't good. No excuses for him. He hasn't been great. And then Tolopilo did very well. 25 saves on 27 shots. You look at the fancy stats, and they say the same thing. So Corsi, that's all shots at the net, including shots that get blocked. 56-29 for San Jose. So 66% of the Corsi. Then scoring chances for, it was 72% to 28% for San Jose. High danger chances for, 73% to 27%, so very similar. And then expected goals, 2.12 for San Jose, 1.03 for the Vancouver Canucks. So it wasn't just in the box score. It wasn't just the eye test. The fancy stats also bear out that San Jose dominated this game, and they certainly deserved to win. You look at some other scores from the NHL tonight, and let's see what we got here. Boston beats Nashville in overtime 3-2. The Sabres pound the Maple Leafs. Sabres are so good right now. Montreal beats Vegas. The Kings beat Detroit. Excuse me. The Kings beat Detroit 3-1. Mammoth 4-3. Jets 4-3. Stars 4-3. Wild 4-3. And then the Sharks beat the Canucks 5-2. And the Kraken beat Washington 5-1. So if you're still looking at the standings, interesting. Starting to spread out a little bit in the wild card, but look at, technically, aside from Carolina, the 5 next best teams are all from the Atlantic Division. Tampa and Detroit and Buffalo. Then we got Carolina, Pittsburgh, and Islanders, and then Montreal and Boston. And now there's a bit of a gap, actually, between the wildcard teams and not. So Florida's going to have to move. Toronto's going to have to move. Washington's going to have to move. So 3 surprising teams that are on the outside looking in. Then in the West, Minnesota is up on Dallas. Both teams won. And then we got Vegas and Edmonton battling atop. Well, Anaheim's right there. And then a bit of a closer, Utah trying to separate themselves, but they have 2 games in hand. San Jose does on Utah. And it's San Jose, LA, and Seattle all tied. And then a bit of a gap now between Nashville, Chicago. And our gap's massive. 8 points back of St. Louis. Even if we win all 29 of our games, 58, we will wind up with 97 points. And that's if we win all 29 of our games. Which is highly, highly unlikely. Yeah, pretty crazy that the Canucks are 1-9 in the last 10. They've lost 3 straight, and their home record is 5-17-3. Oh, that's depressive. Depressing, not depressive. Well, depressive if that was a word too, but that is certainly very, very depressing. Let me talk a little bit about a couple other things that didn't happen on the ice today, but are very important to this team. 10 o'clock this morning, Thatcher Demko, the Canucks announced that Thatcher Demko will be shut down for the season. Now, this isn't a surprise, given that we heard very little after Thatcher Demko left that Maple Leafs game in Toronto 2 weeks ago on Hockey Night in Canada. And, I know at the time I speculated maybe it was a groin because of the way he got stretched on one of the breakaway goals, but we didn't hear much. And then we started to hear chatter that they may shut him down for the season. And then sure enough, a day after they announced that Brock Besser and Zibuyan were put on injured reserve, they said that Thatcher Demko will indeed undergo hip surgery. Now, this isn't the popliteus, the mysterious knee injury that plagued him last season and over the summer. Also, he's had hip surgery before, and in listening to goalie experts like Kevin Woodley, They say that everything is connected, right? Like if your hips are off, then you're more susceptible to groin pulls. And then maybe not so much knee, but definitely groin for sure, connected to the hips. So the thought is that he's going to go get surgery done, long rehab, 6, 7, 8 months, and be ready for training camp. So, man, there's so many angles to the story, but with Demko specifically, Kevin Woodley also said that Tyler Myers, in talking to Kevin Woodley, told him that lesser men would have retired by now. That the Canucks room, the Canucks players, they have a lot of respect. They have a lot of respect for Demko because he's fighting through. He could have easily retired by now, but he's fighting through all these injuries. And granted, he's got $8.5 million, 8.5 million reasons not to retire times 3. But you know, the contract, that's not Demko's fault. So I feel bad for getting Demko the player. He's competitive, but obviously he's very injury prone. And this probably comes as no surprise to anyone, especially a lot of people were complaining when the Canucks signed him to that 3-year contract extension. So that is the story with Demko. What that means for the Canucks, a few things. Number one, if you still think that the Canucks is going to help them in securing the last place over, even with Demko, I don't think they would have climbed out of 32nd, but this almost guarantees that the Canucks will finish 32nd because who do they have now? They have Lankinen, whose play has fallen off a little bit, but thank goodness they actually signed him though to a long midterm contract. And then it looks like it's going to be Tolopil. You know, there's still Tai Young, there's Koskenvu, there's Patera, there's Medvedev a few years down the road. But Tolopil, you know, he's only had that one bad outing, that one against Edmonton. He was fine tonight, right? He made 25 saves on 27 shots. Let's see. I know that I'm keeping an eye on the chat as I'm talking. I don't think I can reverse this though, so I have to trust my moderators. And one of the moderators timed Chardell out for a little bit. So, okay, I trust your moderators. It's funny. I'll just say that. And hopefully Chardell can still hear me. Chardell's a lot of fun. Chardell's, I think, learning both being a good winner and a good loser. I like having Chardell here because it doesn't have to be just Canucks fans. I think anyone coming here has to kind of read the room though as well. And you can certainly be happy that your own team won. Actually, I don't know. I need to go back and look at it inside of the chat, but I also have to be able to trust my moderators as well. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, you know, with the I don't want to get this into an evaluation on each individual moderator. I do have to be able to trust my moderators, but a reminder, moderators, like you can delete messages, but leave the timing out and the banning to me. But I don't want to make this a bigger deal than it is. So let's just keep on going and we'll see how the rest of the show goes. So yeah, get ready for a lot of Kevin Lankinen and Nikita Tolopil. And good luck to Thatcher Demko. We're probably not going to hear from him now for the rest of the season, maybe once at the end of the year. But you usually don't put your injured players out in front of the media. So now our injury list includes Demko, Rossi, Besser, Buyam, and Forbert. Let's talk. Speaking of Brock Besser, the word from Adam Foote today was that they're checking him out for a concussion protocol, but he had a better day today than he did yesterday, which is good. So we'll kind of track how that happens. And we know that Pittsburgh Penguin forward Brian Rust was suspended for 3 games, which is actually more than I thought. But Parker said 2 or 3 on Canucks After Dark, so give him props. Skychain Alfred on my open mic last night also said also said it would be 2 or 3. I said it would be 1 or 2, so I undershot. So, of course, as you'd expect, a lot of the Penguins players, Penguins media, Penguins fans think it's way too harsh. I don't engage with them. I don't start arguing with them. But I always think, if it was reversed, imagine if, let's say, not Crosby, but imagine if Crosby or any of their, imagine Brian Rust, because if Besser did that to Rust, I'm sure Pittsburgh Penguin fans would also complain that Brock Besser, that the 3 games would have if Brock Besser did the same thing to Brian Rust, Pittsburgh Penguin fans would have been happy with a 3-game suspension for Brock Besser. Even outside fans, neither team saw that the hit was not a hockey play. Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. So 3-game suspension for Brian Rust. And in the video, the explanation video that they did is they said that it was a check to the head. The head was the primary point of contact, and it was avoidable. He didn't have to do that. He could have body checked him, could have poke checked him, he could have ran him over, but he didn't have to do an elbow to the head. Doesn't matter who did the deleting. I will have a conversation with that person. So don't, moderators and chat members, I would respectfully ask that don't worry about who did it. Let me deal with it. And then, okay. Thank you for that. So we talked about Demko. We talked about Besser. We talked about Rust. The play was still live. It was, I watched it. It was 3 seconds left, Yrvin. It was 3 seconds left. Brutal. Let's see. I think, just checking one other thing. Yeah, I don't think I can reverse a moderator's action, no matter what that action is. So, yeah, I'll probably hear from Shardle, and then I would just kind of go from there. Okay. I didn't like it. Besser didn't even have the puck. Yeah, it was not great, but it was 3 seconds left, and it was a bit of a scramble for sure. Okay, last thing I'm going to share with you, and then we'll go to Mitchell sponsor read, and then I'll definitely answer all of your questions. I might have to get you guys to retype them or copy and paste them, but I will have to. Yeah, I may have to ask you to redo it and copy and paste your questions again. So I want to share with you one other thing that I've been wanting to share with you for a little while now. So this is a bit of good news. Let me show you here. So 6 months ago in the summer, I participated in an interview, but I wasn't allowed to say anything about it because it was under wraps and didn't even know if it was going to go to production. Oh, it was going to go to production. Didn't know if it was going to go to air. But I can now tell you now that I'm part of a Crave original docuseries called Hockey Fanatics. And it's going to be released on Crave next week on February 6th. And it is Dave Foley. He's a very famous Canadian actor, Kids in the Hall and stuff. And he is going to, he basically went to 8 different cities: Montreal, Utah, LA, Vancouver, Toronto, St. Louis, Nashville, and Florida. And he interviewed celebrities in each of those 8 cities, some well-known, more well-known than others. Like I'd say Winona Judd's quite well-known. Mike Myers is known, especially to Canadian people. Jay Baruchel, Jason Priestley from 90210. And I'm sure the other ones are well-known too. I'm just not very cool with pop culture. Anyways, so Dave Foley goes to these 8 cities, and not only does he interview hockey, not only does he interview celebrities, but he also interviews super fans of each city. So in this Vancouver Sun article, it says lifelong Canucks fan Jason Priestley joins Dave Foley on new series Hockey Fanatics. New Crave series skates in North America cities to talk to fans, including celebrities, about their favorite NHL team. So the 8-part series, which begins streaming on February 6th, follows the Kids in the Hall star David Foley and celebrity guests, including Jason Priestley, as they travel across North America and highlight the passion, culture, and heart-stopping action of hockey fandom. So there's Dave Foley talking to Stan Smeel at the Hockey Hall of Fame, or the Sports Hall of Fame. There's Dave Foley having a nice dinner with Jason Priestley. And then look at this. It says here, aside from a pregame meal at Joe Forte's with Priestley and Foley, the Canucks episode features a tour of the BC Sports Hall of Fame with former Canucks captain Stan Smeel, a boat tour with Canuck Clay Emo, and a trip up Grouse Mountain with Canucks broadcaster Randeep Janda. So again, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool that this show, the episode about the Vancouver Canucks, it focuses on Jason Priestley, who's the most famous out of all of these guys. But then they talked to Stan Smeel, they talked to broadcaster Randeep Janda, and I go on a boat trip around False Creek, and I share about my Canucks fandom. So yeah, I just want to share that with you. I'm very excited that it's going to come out on Crave. I don't have Crave naturally, but I will have to go find it. But yes, I will be part of Hockey Fanatics, a Crave original docu-series, and it's going to come out on February the 6th. So thank you for, thanks Trev. Thanks to everyone who's, for the congrats. Yeah, something fun. How many of you guys actually know what I'm saying when I say Beverly Hills 90210? Thank you, Justin. Appreciate you. Yeah, it's going to be something fun. Just another way for me to share my fandom and my love for this team. Remember, we filmed it in the summer, though, so I don't know how they're going to edit it, or maybe they won't, because I talked a lot about Quinn Hughes. I remember that. I talked about my fandom growing up, my channel, my family, but I know I talked about Quinn Hughes quite a bit. And yes, Yrvin knows Shannon Doherty. Who doesn't? So we'll see what happens. Thank you, Coach Rob, for the membership gift. I'll get to that in a second as I start off my mid-show sponsor read. Perfect, coming up at 11:30, and we'll do 15, 20 minutes of your questions. So I always start off by thanking my primary sponsor, and that, of course, is Jason Lim of Van City Experts. Thank you to my channel sponsor, Jason Lim of Van City Experts Real Estate. At Van City Experts, their experience, knowledge, and expertise can serve you well in navigating through the real estate market and will help you to choose the best home or condo in the greater Vancouver area that best suits your and your family's needs. Thank you to my secondary sponsors. Gassy Jack Art is the first one, creator of this wonderful artwork. You see my home studio. Check them out at GassyJackArt.com. We got Mulligan Golf Company, MLGNGolf.com. Check them out for your golfing apparel and accessories. And Vessi Footwear, use the link tinyurl.com/VessiClay and receive a free pair of socks off your next purchase of Vessi shoes. Thanks to everyone who's purchased Canuck Clay merch. You can do so at canuckclay.threadless.com. Reminder how you get involved tonight. Subscribe, like the video, leave a donation, gift a membership like Coach Rob just did. I'll get to that in a second. Buy your own membership, upgrade your membership, use your monthly membership message. And if listening on a podcast platform, you can rate and review. Don't forget my shows this week. It's a member show tomorrow night at 11. And then I have no shows Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, or Monday. I'm taking a 5-day break as I will be out of town with my lovely wife, Gail. All right, let's get to Raw. So yeah, for you regular non-members, this is the last time I'm going to see you in basically a week. My next show is going to be a week from now. We'll be on the Tuesday night. I'm sure you guys will miss me. You know what I didn't miss is Coach Rob's membership donation. Give some membership. and it goes to Bob Bluger, not related to Teddy Bluger. So once again, let's give some love to Coach Rob in the chat for getting the donation train out of the station. Fangirl is winning the points race at 750, followed by Simon at 150, and then a bunch of you tied with 75 points. And then what I was going to say is, yesterday Swervin, what's the word I was looking for? When you call on someone, summoned Big Dino with the dono, but I don't think Dino's, at least he doesn't show up backstage right now. But that's okay, because we have people like the legendary Carol Bovenlander. So let's give some love to legendary Carol Bovenlander, who gifts 5 memberships just in time for a members live stream tomorrow. And it's Kieran Gunn, it's Dismay, it's Tornado Freaks, it's Tyler, and it's Petey. So welcome to all 5 of you. Let's give some love to Carol and in the chat. That is awesome. No Fangirl, I've already given away the second Never Boring book. Unless you're making a joke about how this season is never boring, I don't have any more books to give away. One went to Justin and another one went to someone named Eric. Awesome. Glad you're here. Yeah, it's funny, Dino. I didn't see you. There's a button I can press that shows people that are not backstage, but shows people that are here with public profiles. And I didn't see it originally, but maybe you weren't active in the gym. It's fine. I do see Baby Shark, BC, Carol, Coach Rob. Now I see Dino Mena, Eddie, Fangirl. So Eddie being Edmund, Isidore, Justin, Shannon, Simon, Yrvin, Toymaker, and Tyler McKnight. Thanks to all of you. Okay. Hey, Baby Shark. No, I didn't say Priestley was the most famous. I said there are 4 of them that were more famous, not most famous. I did not rank them in order of famous, but I said that I knew 4 of them, and I didn't know the other 4 as well. And I put Priestley and Mike Myers in the more famous category for sure. The tortilla sack is Clay's new favorite. It used to be Pete Weber. No, I'll make sure that I do. I show equal love to my dono drops. How would I feel if the Sharks, Kraken, or Mammoth win a cup before the Canucks? Any feelings of jealousy? Kraken mostly because of geography and because they're so close to us. Sorry, that's the same thing. Sharks, Kraken because of geography and because they are so new. Mammoth, I guess they're newer too because, everyone's newer, and Mammoth because of the move. Yeah, any team, honestly, that wins the cup, especially any team that we're connected to either geographically or rivalry-wise or simply they haven't won yet either. Of course, I'd be jealous. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, Fangirl. There should be a second Never Boring book. Gotcha. Yes, that's true. You could write a Never Boring book about every single season here. Great point, Fangirl. Got invited to the game tonight. Was just an all night by the speed and chemistry of the dynamic young Sharks. What's with former Canucks always scoring against us? Macklin is so dynamic. Yeah, he's pretty amazing. Every time he touches the puck, that's why he's like challenging. Can you imagine? He's only behind McKinnon and McDavid in league scoring as a 19-year-old. Absolutely crazy. To be on Team Canada at 19, amazing. Mike Myers named a dog after a Leafs player. Which one? No. It's fine, Dino and Mena. I didn't get a chance to say hi to everyone. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. And today I didn't. Our defense failed Lankinen. They did not help him. That's true. Judd is a country singer. That is true. Hope you and your wife have a fabulous time. Thank you. That is the plan. Did I hear about Cervelli saying JT back to the Canucks? I thought it was shut down by Friedman. I thought it was shut down by Friedman and Cervelli. So obviously I got the Cervelli part wrong. Lego has a video of that. All right. I may or may not check that out. Did the Canucks fan root for LA in their 2 Stanley Cup finals? I rooted against Boston. Thank you, BC. I don't know if I can't speak for all Canucks fans. Did it seem like Canucks were guilty of a lot of puck watching and a few goals? That's people. Yep. Their positioning was horrible, especially covering passes back and forth. Any new or haven't won in a while team that gets the cup before the Canucks will be seen with envy. I agree, Irwin. I agree. Hello, Edison. Canucks will always and forever suck. Welcome back, Gerald. Nice to see you. Yeah, I don't see Miller coming back to the Canucks. Yeah, you must be exhausted, Gerald. Does EP40 start in goal next game after Lankinen performance tonight? Yeah, and PD is good at blocking shots, and he's great at the open net. All those reasons. I was at the game earlier tonight. Are all the seats created equal? I found them comfy but too close to each other. Felt like I had more elbow space at the theaters. Do you have recommendations? That's a great point. I also have noticed that the seating is tighter with the new seats. They're more comfortable, but they're tighter. I will say this. I have seats in 316 and 319. By the way, I still have Toronto Maple Leafs tickets. If anyone wants them, email me, canuckclay@gmail.com. I got to sell them to you. I can't give them to you. But the 319 seats on the corner, I find there's more leg room and there's more elbow room than the seats at the end because they kind of crammed them in more. So I definitely think they're the same price range, but I think my 319 corner seats are more spacious than my 316 end seats, for sure. For sure. D'Lo with the $5 dono. Let's give some love to D'Lo in the chat. Who are you wanting the Canucks to pick at number 1 overall? Team Tank, let's go. I want Gavin McKenna. Highest ceiling. By the way, there's been more lists. Cam Robinson's elite prospects. Corey Promen, that some of them have Verhoff now as number 1. And if not number 1, they certainly have Verhoff right there with Stenberg and with McKenna. Very, very interesting. I might be a Sharks fan because my favorite player is now Celebrini. I was at the team store seeing Sharks fans walking around. I decided to keep the medium size. Oh, you kept the medium size shirt? And yeah, Celebrini would be a good person to cheer for sure. Yeah, Hito's been okay, Edmund. Not very noticeable though. And he was on the ice for a couple Sharks goals against, but you got to remember he hasn't played since October. Saravelli has lost a lot of credibility. I agree. Borchevsky, I believe. I probably spelled it wrong for Myers' dog's name. Very good. Horvat's name mentioned? Interesting. What's your opinion between a small little trade that they have today between the Islanders and Devils? Yeah, I think Platt's best days are behind him, but maybe the Islanders think they need his leadership. What kind of boat were you on? Congrats for your appearance on the show. Thank you, Darren. I don't know boats that well, so I hesitate to even guess, but it was just one of those small leisure boats that you can rent or go on to sightsee in False Creek. But it was big enough where they set up the cameras and we were sitting down chatting and stuff like that. Sorry, that was like the worst answer ever. I have no clue what kind of boat it was. JT was an okay player. Is still an okay player, but his best days are probably behind him. Yeah, I don't want that contract. 319 nosebleeds are surprisingly good. Yeah, I love him. I love him for sure. Anaheim will probably destroy us tomorrow, but I hope we get better effort. Yeah, it wasn't great tonight. Had great interviews. What do you mean interviews? Like not chats, actual interviews? They were interviewing you or you're interviewing them? I entered 2 Canucks giveaways. Nice. Good luck. Is the boat that you appear on your own? No, I don't have a boat, Swervin Yrvin. Irvin's messaging from both YouTube and X. What a show off. Well, no, yeah. It's Thursday night. I hit the simulator 15 times until the Canucks got the first pick. Dang. I don't like my 319 aisle seats because there's only one cup holder. That's what the stairs are for. Mom and I are going to miss not seeing you live, but are happy that you and your wife have a vacation. Thank you. I appreciate that. Celebrini is on pace for 125 points, and he's only 19 years old. That's crazy, Steven. As a Sharks fan, it's quite an exciting time for this fan base. My dad's a Canucks fan, though. I feel bad for the state. Yep. You're not the only one. And they even were saying on the TV that it took 5 straight years for the Sharks to get top 15 picks for them to get to where they are right now. No, I think Tyler just made a mistake on the day. He's at the same time that we are. What would be your reaction if the Canucks won the first overall pick? I'd be happy, but it's kind of expected, right? Or at least, I guess by odds, technically it's still less than 50%, but they're the best odds of any other team. So I wouldn't be too surprised, but I'd still be happy. If the Canucks won the lottery but selected Stenberg, would I be okay with it? Yeah, I'd be okay with it. Really shame Woody was in the press box instead of playing. Yeah, I think he's just not ready yet. Oh, by the way, did they do a welcome back Sherwood thing at the game tonight? Did they show him in the press box? Are Ducks and Sharks still rebuilding? Not in the truest form. I think they've already done their rebuild, but they can still improve. The good vibes lasted for like 30 seconds when the Canucks had the lead. Clay, can you do the draft simulator in the background, Clay? I'll do that when we get closer. I don't think there's any need to do it like right now on January 27th, but I'll certainly do it as we get closer to the draft. What the heck? We'll do one right now. Okay. We'll do 3. We'll do 3 to see what happens. Okay, just for Toy Maker here. Per his request. Like, I'm not going to do this every single show, but I'll do it for you right now. So we're going to do it 3 times. Here we go. Sim lottery. Boom. And the Winnipeg Jets come in first, and we come in third. Great. Awesome. Okay, let's do it again. Oh, we come in second. The Rangers come in first, and we pick Stenberg with the second overall pick. We'll do 2 more. Chicago wins, and we come in third, and we take Verhov. Okay, last one. So we haven't won one yet. Calgary wins. We come in third. We take Verhov. Now I'm getting mad. I'm tilting. Third. Second. Oh, Toronto for third. Third. They're messing with us now, right? Third. This is ridiculous, you guys. Third. I'm going to keep doing this till we win. Third. Yay. And with the number 1 pick, we take Gavin McKenna. Okay, that probably took 15 times or so, right? That's very annoying. That's very, 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 very annoying. Now I got to speed through all these things. But that's okay. What's your predictions for Vancouver hockey games? Come up with your opinion. I said we would beat Toronto somehow on Saturday. It's a Kane effect. The only player in the league better at helping his team get the number 1 is Taylor Hall. Very good. Are you worried the Canucks are going to do something unconventional, go off the board? No, I don't think so. At least we're not the Leafs. Anyone still love Lankinen? I like him. I don't love him. Really happy to have Justin to go to the game with me. He's a champ. Met Jordan from Uncensored for a drink and ended up meeting an old colleague and then interviewed a couple Sharks fans for the new channel. Beautiful. When you went to the game tonight, how was the attendance? I did not go to the game tonight, Simon. I was not at the game. 10 to 12, 15, 17, 19, 21 number 1 picks were all teams with Taylor Hall. That is crazy. The best renovation company says included with these tickets are your own private entrance in the building. Nice. All you can eat gourmet food. The highlight of every game is the standing ovation for the Canucks for Kids Fund. I agree. Canucks for Kids Fund star of the game. It's Alvin. If going first is priority, Stenberg, unless someone else clearly breaks out as number 1. We'll see. Even the simulator hates us. What do you look like his unimpressed self as usual? Not sure about the welcome back. Was late. Canucks win number 1 pick. What would you want? What would you want in a trade to drop to third? A player and a first round. Good point. There is a thought that the Canucks could drop back, or any team in the top 3 could drop back a couple spots. Yeah, you want at least 2 premium assets for sure. Nanaimo Shui pair. I don't think he ever came to my channel. I'm pretty sure he's only on Trev's channel, Shannon. Hey, Josie, Sharks fan here, born and raised in San Fran. Hope you win the lotto. McKenna is a stud at number 1. Always love the city of Vancouver very much. Well, thank you. Come into the chat anytime. I will not get addicted. Gerald and Tyler are going on after this. Tonight was a blowout. The simulator shows why they shouldn't tank deliberately. Yeah, because you're not guaranteed. The Kane fight was great because it upped his trade value to maybe a second as long as we retain. Not a lot of attention is given to the Canucks medical staff or lack thereof. Feels like Echoing's cheaping on the training staff, leading all these injuries. Hey, Zal, that's tough to say. I don't know what's happening behind the scenes, but it has been a bit of a crazy year for sure. Yrvin shook. You don't think Yrvin do something silly like trade the pick? I hope not. I think my patience is on an edge with this team now. I went off talking about the team's lack of toughness. That's fair. Tinfoil hat. That Canucks medical is subpar. Not trusting Yrvin. You guys don't trust anything about the team, do you? Yes, I saw some pictures. The arena did look full. Spoke to Crazy P, and people should stop trolling his positivity. I like him. I've traveled with him twice. I like him a lot. I'm always on edge about the draft lottery. I'd rather not be in this position. People are messing with Crazy P. I've been at games where kind of people. The only thing I don't like what Crazy P does, and he does so many good things, and he's such a beacon of light and positive, is he'll sometimes stand up at the wrong time and block your view. But first world problems, right? Dilo Fiasco with another dono. Dilo with the dono. But one and done. Bring in Manny. We shall see. Let's give some love to Dilo in the chat. Let's not overthink the draft. If we end the season with last place, what is the lowest pick you'll be satisfied with? If we end the season with last place, well, I want first or second still, if that's what you mean. Third is a reality, but at least we can't go worse than third. I probably don't even understand your question, Tom. Sorry. How can you hate on Crazy P? Exactly. He's the best. Exactly. We drop every time in the lottery. I'm glad we can't get lower than third. Have a wonderful trip. Thank you, Carol. I appreciate that. Foot and the D coach need to go honestly. Whatever systems they have ain't working. That is true. And you're right, Tyler. Would Manny even want to coach this roster? Okay, friends, I'm going to wrap up here. I do not have to get to my church by 12, but I do got to get a couple things done. So thank you. For non-members or even for members that are not coming to my member stream tomorrow night, I won't see you guys for a week. So enjoy the break from me. I'm not going to say I'm going to enjoy the break from you. I will enjoy being, this is not a burden, but being relieved of this responsibility only because I'm out of town. Obviously, when I'm in town, I love doing the show and I'm set up to do the show, but it's just not feasible to do it when I am out of town. So thank you for being here, everyone. We got one more chance to hang out tomorrow. That's tomorrow night, and that's for all members. So I hope you join me at 11 p.m. tomorrow night for my members live stream. But if you're not a member or you can't come tomorrow night, this is the last time I will see you in about a week. Moderators, thank you for keeping this a safe and respectful place. Members, that's Legends, Hall of Fame and franchise members, legendary Lucas Gates, legendary Line Change, legendary Carol Bovenlander, legendary Brian Bling Troy, legendary Swervin Yrvin, legendary Andrew Chang. Thank you for your support. And thanks to all of you for watching, liking, and subscribing. On the way out, you can like the video, subscribe, you can leave a late donation. Thanks to my sponsors, Vancity Experts Real Estate, Gassy Jack Art, and Mulligan Golf Company. And thanks to everyone who went above and beyond today. Coach Rob gifts a membership. Legendary Carol Bovenlander gifts 5 memberships, and Dilo comes through with 2 donations back to back. So thanks to all of you for going above and beyond. And in our fictional leaderboard, Fangirl wins with 825. Dilo comes in second with 325. Simon third with 175. And then a bunch of people tied with 75 points. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for being here. And I will see some of you tomorrow night. And I'll see the rest of you sometime next week. As always, you're awesome. I'm awesome. We are all awesome. Stay safe. Stay healthy. Take care of yourselves and take care of each other. And by the way, I don't understand how people have a hard time sleeping. Yeah, it baffles me that people have a hard time sleeping. I can do it with my eyes closed. God bless, and go Canucks go. Booyah.